For 3 years, Johan Santana was basically the answer to one question: who's the best pitcher in baseball? From 2004 through 2006, Santana went 55 and 19. He struck out 748 hitters. His ERA was about 2.75. His whip was under 1. He won 2 Cy Young Awards, and both of them were unanimous. And the year in between? There's a pretty good argument he should have won that one too. So yes, you remember Johan Santana was good, but you might have forgotten just how good. Santana's rise was a little unusual. He wasn't some hyped ace who showed up throwing complete games from day one. Minnesota used him both as a starter and reliever early in his career. Even in 2003, he started only 18 games. But once the Twins finally handed him a permanent spot in the rotation, things got out of control very quickly. In 2004, Santana went 20-6 with a 2.61 ERA. He struck out 265 hitters in 228 innings. His whip was .92. He led the American League in ERA and strikeouts and finished 6th in MVP voting. Those numbers are ridiculous, and somehow they don't really explain what happened. Because after the All-Star break, Johan Santana basically stopped losing baseball games. 15 starts, 13-0, a 1.21 ERA, and a .75 whip. Opponents hit 155 against him. At one point, he made 4 starts through 39 innings and allowed 0 runs, 41 strikeouts, 2 walks. That's not a hot streak. That's your road to the show pitcher playing on rookie. Santana won the Cy Young unanimously, all 28 first place votes. Okay, great season. Maybe he caught lightning in a bottle. Except the next season he went 16-7 with a 2.87 ERA, struck out 238 and posted a .97 whip, and he finished 3rd in the Cy Young race. Bartolo Colon won it. Now, I'm not here to reopen a 21-year-old baseball argument and ruin everybody's afternoon, but Santana had the lower ERA, more strikeouts, a lower whip, more innings, and Baseball Reference credits Santana with a 7.2 WAR compared with Colon's season that was heavily driven by his 21 wins. Pitcher wins carried a lot more weight in 2005. Apparently, 21 was the magic number. Santana only had 16, straight to 3rd place. Then in 2006, he removed the debate completely. 19 wins, 2.77 ERA. 245 strikeouts. Santana led the American League in all 3, the pitching triple crown. And once again, every Cy Young voter agreed. 28 ballots, 28 first place votes. So across 3 seasons, 1st in Cy Young voting, 3rd, and 1st again, with 2 unanimous wins. And even that 3-year window doesn't completely capture him. Santana was 5th in the Cy Young race in 2007. Minnesota then traded him to the Mets, where apparently changing leagues was supposed to make things harder. Instead, in 2008, he threw 234 1/3 innings with a 2.53 ERA, led the National League in ERA, and finished 3rd in the Cy Young vote. At age 29, Johan Santana was still Johan Santana. And that's important, because when we remember his career now, it feels short. But the elite portion wasn't one magical season. From 04 to 08, Santana finished in the top 5 of Cy Young voting 5 straight times. 2 wins, a 3rd, another 3rd, a 5th. So why doesn't his name come up more? Well, the body eventually stopped cooperating. His shoulder problems cost Santana the entire 2011 season. He came back in 2012 and somehow gave us one more moment. June 1st, against the defending champion Cardinals, Santana threw 134 pitches and completed the first no-hitter in New York Mets history. Think about the pitchers who had worn that uniform. Tom Seaver, Dwight Gooden, Nolan Ryan, Pedro Martinez. Nobody had thrown one as a Met. Johan did. Unfortunately, it was one of his last great moments. Santana struggled badly later that season, dealt with more injuries, and never pitched in the majors again. And that's probably why his historical reputation feels smaller than the peak. He didn't reach 200 wins. He didn't accumulate 3,000 strikeouts. He didn't have the giant second act that pushes great pitchers into automatic Hall of Fame territory. But longevity and peak are 2 different questions. And at his peak, Johan Santana wasn't merely one of the better pitchers of his generation. For several years, there was a very reasonable answer to the question: who's the best pitcher in baseball? Johan Santana. 2 unanimous Cy Youngs, a pitching triple crown, 5 straight top 5 Cy Young finishes, and one of the most dominant second halves any starting pitcher has ever produced. You remember the changeup. You remember the Twins. Maybe you remember the no-hitter. But you forgot just how good Johan Santana was.